The single most important change in our stream gauging program has been the advent of real-time data delivered nationally and freely on the internet. The availability of the stream gauging, not only the current information, but also the long-term historical information, has opened up tremendous capabilities for scientists, for the public, for the interested parties to know what's going on in our rivers. Another change that's been very important is the way that we make our measurements. And we've moved farther and farther from mechanical systems that can easily fail to electronic systems like acoustic technology that measures the velocity of water in the cross-section of the river without any moving parts. And we can do it much more swiftly and much more accurately than we could before. So there's been a tremendous transformation of the technology of our stream gauges so that we can deliver this real-time data at a in a very timely manner to people nationwide. And for example, rowers who come to this boathouse, they know how to find on the internet the information not only about flow of the river, which is critical to the navigability of the river for their rowing, but also about the temperature of the river, because that's a critical safety issue to them. If the water temperature is too low, it's really unsafe for them to go out without this extra protective equipment. A lot of the important issues in water quality the most important measurements are at times of storm events, when water flow is rising rapidly and then declining. And getting a large number of samples during those events is extremely informative. Today we're beginning to move forward with an ability to measure those things remotely by sensors that are literally located in the water and can measure the water quality without having to send someone out into the field. I think we'll always need to have people going to the field to collect the very best samples that we can use to calibrate our measurements. But we need much more rapid information about water quality to understand the very rapid changes that occur. And we need these so that we can assess our success or lack of success at controlling these water quality problems around the nation.
A lot of our advances, both with serving data on the internet and our technological advances in stream gauging, have originated with those people out in the offices throughout the country.
Right. That's a great point. And I love telling the story about an individual in the USGS who was very savvy about the computers, and when people like me had not even really heard about the World Wide Web. This is back in the around 1990. This guy was reading about it, and he went into his boss in his local office, happens to be Helena, Montana, and he said to his boss, he says, I think we could put our streamflow data in real time up on computers, and that people at home who are connected to the internet can see them, and which will help them prepare for floods and help them know about when to go kayaking or fly fishing, and will help all sorts of people who need this information, including the public utilities that need to draw the water. His boss said, I don't even know what you're talking about this World Wide Web thing, but you're a smart guy, take a couple weeks and figure out if you can do it. Well, he succeeded in doing it, and then they brought out the local TV station and did a little story about how you can get this information. And he said a couple weeks later, he was in a fly fishing shop somewhere in Montana, and he saw printouts from our webpage on the bulletin board there that said, oh, the flow on the Missouri River at such and such a location is this, and that's great for fly fishing. And suddenly all the fly fishermen and the kayakers and the emergency managers and the ranchers all knew what was happening with stream flow. And we realized we had a tremendous new capability to disseminate information. And from there it grew kind of organically, and then we began to organize on a national basis to have a single interface so that anybody anywhere in the country could go and look at the data. So you could be coming from one part of the country to another part of the country, and you'd know exactly how to find the data that you needed. And to me, when I look back at my tenure, having helped this process along, it's one of the greatest things that I feel a sense of accomplishment about, that we're now able to deliver this kind of information to people.